Hey everybody, this is D Tojo C, and I want to apologize for not putting this video out earlier. This is not from this past episode, but the episode before of NCIS Hawaii, and it was called The Tourist. It was a very fascinating episode. It started out with a luau, of all things, which I kind of thought was pretty cool. I was actually watching this with Psycho Break, and he said that girl's going to be the one to get in trouble, and sure enough, she was, but it wasn't what we all thought originally. Basically, this episode dealt with a little bit of spycraft and espionage, which really set the NCIS up pretty good for me. I enjoy it when it does stuff like that. Jane Tennant, her mother-in-law, came to visit her grandkids and stay with them for a little while, and I know for pretty sure it was her mother-in-law due to the fact that she said how we went to see the new wife and she never called her mom. She called her by her last name and everything. But she was in the CIA, and she said that secrets is basically the death of intimacy, and that's what most people in the intelligence agency believes, and I full-heartedly believe that myself. But anyway, secrets does kill intimacy between two people. The woman was taken at the luau, and the cop, Cal Holloman, he's the one that was asking the other tourists there if they seen anything, if they saw the woman get taken, and these tourists said taken, they thought it was like the Liam Neeson movie and everything, which got a little chuckle out of me. But later on in the episode, we find out that it actually is those people involved with it. But I digress. They interview and ask the husband questions. He was filming everything when it happened, and he had no idea he's on a submarine. He's the one that does the weapons, so he's the one that fires the missiles and all that. That's top secret clearance. So my mind immediately went to she's taken to get him to spill some top secrets about the submarine that he's attached to and everything. But they go diving into her social media accounts, and they see that some of them are, their comment are from bots, and the person that they found that took her, because he commented a lot of times on her account, was actually from the U.S., and they said that they believe that was one. They found him at the boat. He was murdered. They pulled video. She was running away. They didn't know what was going on. All they know was her fingerprints was in the cabin. So they end up taking her body into evidence, all the stuff, all that kind of, the normal stuff for NCIS. And the forensic guy, Ernie Malek, or how you pronounce his last name, basically, he's the one that found out that 20,000 different subscribers to her account that was doing the comments were bots, and they were run by the guy that was murdered. And that's whenever they start piecing everything together, that it was a CIA operation, basically some type of intelligence. Because whenever they found that out, he said that I've been all over her account, and that's sending up a bunch of red flags. By the way, here comes one now. And it was a one from DIA, Department of Intelligence Agency. She came up and basically told them that their investigation is over now. Well, they said they were going to quit investigating, but they didn't. They still investigated behind her back, which was kind of cool to me. They called it HR meeting, which was kind of funny that they were using it. And that's when some of the team found out for the first time that she was actually, I'm talking about Jane Tennant, the boss, was actually in the CIA herself, working with the State Department before she became NCIS. Well, they end up finding her due to a post that she posted on her social media account. Video looked like it was basically a picture of a palm tree which was glitching. And they said that it was dots and dashes, or basically like Morse code. And when they finally deciphered the Morse code, they said, go see the dolphins. So they went to the sea life exhibit that was there in Hawaii, found a husband, and they were able to bring her in. She was trying to hide, but because she knew that people was after her. Well, when they found out about it and everything, they brought her in. The husband got taken by the couple from earlier that thought it was taken by Liam Neeson, like the movie. But what made it so funny is they stunned the guy that was watching him. And when he got up, he was over there rubbing his neck and everything. Like, what happened? So that was kind of funny to me because I've been stung with a stun gun. It does hurt. I've never had that reaction. What happened? And he ends up calling her whenever they are at the headquarters. And they use the background noise to find out where he was at. Part of the team went there. Part of the team went to where they were supposed to meet at, which was the Balancing Rock, which is a big tourist destination over there. And whenever they went to meet her, the team that went to meet her, they were more worried about the casualties whenever the other Russians came. So they ended up getting the husband, and right when they were getting the husband, a tourist bus got out, and they were talking and walking around and everything. And all of a sudden, those Russian guys started coming towards them. And not only the two NCIS agents, but every one of the people in that tourist bus was FBI surrounding those people to basically keep from a shootout. So everything ended up pretty good. And Jane used a good phrase whenever she was going to get the woman to go back to her husband and let him know what was going on. She said, "What now?" And Jane said, "Just walk through the door," which is really, if you think about it, good for life in general. Just get it done, get it over with, and life will be good. But it ended up being a pretty good episode. I really did enjoy this one. Mostly because I figured out about most of the stuff before it ever happened. And Psycho Break was even like, how did you come to that conclusion? Before they ever even said anything, I knew what was going on. But I guess that's because of me watching a bunch of shows like this for years. Anyway, I'm going to watch the last episode, latest one that came out, and then do a review on it and post both of them back to back for you. So remember, as always, break every chain.